Actually, before we do that, I do have something I want to demonstrate. Would you, let's bring it back down a second. I do want to demonstrate something. Okay. We talked about the advantages of these lights. Would you get the chimera? We did talk about the advantage of these lights. I'm going to move it a bit further. Being that they're hard light, right? And that you can take a hard light and you can turn it into a soft light. I'm saying this differently this time, but you can't take a soft light and turn it into a hard light. One of the ways, we saw many ways to turn this into softer and softer light, right? We saw, what did I do with it? I just,
Yeah.
is that not it laying right there in the bag, the black bag?
Am I blind?
No, right in the corner of the table.
This is a sandbag right here.
Oh, okay, that's not it. What did I do with it? I had it in my hands. This is amazing.
And would you have this in your hand?
This is amazing. I put it back here because this is where the light is. Because that's how smart I am. Okay. We saw that we can put a little piece of diffusion on here, makes it a little softer, not much. We can use a silk flag, makes the light bigger, softer still. We can use a shower curtain or a 6x6, make the light softer still. These lights come, I think we need to take the barn doors off, but leave the reflector on. All right, so hold on. These come with their own softbox. And guess what? The diffusion is here, but the egg crate is not. So, you know what that is, right? The grid that goes into these? Yeah, go give me a grid for this whole demonstration. Okay. What we have here is a Bowens mount connection. Opens up like an umbrella. Right, this slides down under that. And when we bought these, for a good solid week, there was a thing that screwed in right there that kept it from closing. About a week. That's how long it lasted, about a week. Luckily, it pretty much stays into place. There is Velcro all around the outside of this. And I go back and forth about whether to do this before or after I put it on light. We're going to do it before this time. So this is another sort of translucent material. Somebody want to help me with this? So we want to go in the bottom half of this Velcro like that. Okay. Just wherever we've got a piece of Velcro. Stick it down, doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. All right. So now this, nope, I do have to take this off. This goes into the Bowen mount. Another set of hands on this. Whoops, no, I got it. I think I just got it. Well, maybe I didn't just get it. Is it in on your side? It needs to twist. There we go. Okay, now, what this does, and can we strike this, somebody please?
Do you want me to raise it at all?
No, just leave it there for now.
Striking.
Okay. Can we kill the overhead lights, somebody? Now this gives us a nice soft light. The problem with soft light is it's very difficult to control. It's very difficult to shape. Shape is caused by shadows. Soft light makes the shadows so soft that, for example, if I want to take the light off the back wall, right, I'm really barely seeing anything. Now, what I want you to look at is how far this light spreads right now. This light is going from right there on this wall all the way over to here. So if I want to control it, I do have a couple of options. And one of them is something that Jake probably has in his hand, maybe right now. So it's black with Velcro. I'm telling you, we don't have one. Let's get this sometimes you'll hear this referred to as an egg crate. Sometimes you'll hear this referred to as a grid. All right. Simon, you want to help me with this again? We'll do it while it's up here. I have to pull things apart as we go. So we're going to go above it this time. Come on. It's really tangled up right here. There we go. Now, this is about, I'm going to guess, maybe an inch, inch and a half, could I guess be 2 inches. Yeah, it's hard to kind of stretch it out sometimes, but that should be, that should do. Okay. Deep. As we can look at our exposure, it really hasn't had a lot of effect on our exposure at all. But look at the walls. It was here. Now it starts there. And it was back there at that door, and now it starts there. So it is a way of directing the light. So for example, if I wanted this nice, bright, soft light on our subject, and I wanted to take the light off the back wall, I could do that. It's another way of controlling it. Now, for what we're going to do today, I want to control it even more than that. So, let's kill the light. And if you don't mind while I'm working, let's get the barn door and the, come on. Oh, let's have it. There we go. Okay. Now, Rembrandt lighting. I know that you wanted to do this and already done it to some extent. So, did these all have caps on them, by the way, guys?
Yeah.
Good. We like to hear that. I think we didn't even see what the caps looked like. Guys, did this all have a cap on it when you opened it up?
No.
No. Okay. All right. We'll look at the cap when we get over there. Bingo. Got it. Okay.
Another way to twist the button was. Doesn't matter.
No, let's leave them like that. Just kind of partially open, partially closed. All right.
Never really know.
Whatever you guys think you have to do to get Rembrandt lighting.
Striking.
Okay, so you want to get that shadow that's on his nose to move away across his face. And that would be the wrong way. Getting smaller instead of bigger.
Yeah, this is all right.
Let's get a sandbag for this too, so we can. Oh, there you already got one. Yeah. So that was not the right way to go. Which way do we think we need to go? Okay. All right. Watching it move. There it goes. Gotta keep going. We're also doing Rembrandt lighting on the, okay, about there, and it needs to go up a little bit more. Yeah. All right. I'm going to bring it back this way just a tad. There we go. Make sure it's on him. Okay. All right. Could you grab me the light meter?
Jake, do you know the little case that's in?
Gotcha. Okay, we are going to be going through all these steps again: intensity, contrast, quality, direction, color, and shape as we go along. We are right now using a daylight balanced light, so we want to make sure that we are set to daylight. Hold on. Which would be around 5,600 degrees Kelvin. We're going to put our ISO down to 800 and this down to 160 just so it'll match the light meter readings. So once again, we power this thing on, which Jake had already done, and I just turned it off. All right, we're at 800, we're at 1/60th of a second. We're looking at a 4.5.
So let's see, where are we right now? How good did we do it by eye? Pretty good. Right about there. Okay.
Like I say, this monitor, I think, is a little on the warm side. But that's okay, we'll live with that for now. Okay, that's light number 1. Light number 2 will be our fill light, and that's going to be this. Let's take it, kind of tuck it back, kind of back where you are, kind of between where you and Nora are.
Oh, you can look light.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's tuck it back into there. Remind me your name.
Alex.
Alex! You're right, that is absolutely right. That was a test, you passed. All right. Let's point it at Alex. Let's, when you get a chance, let's strike.
Strike.
Okay. What percentage are we on this light?
40, 32.
Let's take her up. Let's take her up. Let's take her up to 100. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Let me know when you're there.
100.
8. Okay. All right. Now, this light is operating as our fill light. What percentage are you on?
27.
What is it?
27.
27. Take it up to 50. Take it up to 75. All right, let's leave it there for now. That's a 5.0, so that's about 2 stops difference between the Rembrandt short side lighting and the fill light. Both of these lights, same color temperature, by the way, okay? Let's take this light. We'll need to move these stands out of the way a little bit. Because what I want to do is bring that light, I'm going to raise it up, but before we do that, bring it over here and get it as close to behind Alex as we can get it without it actually being in the shot. So that looks like maybe about here. I'm putting it right here. Okay. Open the barn doors all the way up for me. Actually, you know what? Let's back it up because I want to do something else with this light. Let's back it up a little bit. And we kind of need to back it right in. Hopefully you'll see what I'm going for here in just a minute. Okay, so now, yep, let's angle it down. I'm going to do that. Loosen that. Okay, all right, let's tighten it up. Now let's take it up. Where's the power button for this? It's on the unit itself. Let's go ahead and strike it. And let me look at the settings. So this is an RGB light, which means we can turn this light into almost any color. It also has these effects, which I hope we can figure out how to turn off. Hold on a second. I'm not familiar with this light, so I'm learning this light. Jake, have you used this one?
I have not. I was going to the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so that keep going up to, there's got to be a nothing one, right? All right, let's see.
Oh, no, oops.
That looks solid.
It changes.
Oh, no, it's changing color. Okay.
That looks pretty good. I think just go to the. Yeah, that's it. Whatever button you just pressed.
Yeah, this is setting the color temperature, so I'm getting it to match everything else for now. Okay, so that's okay. We got that. We want that. Okay, now we can take it off. Yep, no, start at the top like you were doing. That's where you should start. Oh, wait. No. What's happening here? Well, this one won't unlock. Okay. That's great. Let's see if we can get it high enough by just going from here. There's that cable. I think so. Okay. What percentage are we on for that light? Can you see it?
I'm worried about this. Can we get a little more slack from that? There we go. I'm staring into two lights at the same time. Don't worry, boys, we got this. That's 100. It's numbers. It's 100. Okay, just out of curiosity.
And 11. So we're setting our exposure for the key light. The fill light is 2 stops under. The backlight is 2 stops over. Okay? What I want to set up first, very quickly, before we do the fun stuff, is something we call high key lighting. High key means everything's bright, everything feels kind of sunny, everything feels kind of warm and inviting. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is set our contrast ratios, right? So we've got a pretty decent contrast ratio. Now, one of the things I don't like is how hard the light on Alex's face is. So we need a C-stand and a silk flag brought over here. Who's going to do that?
This may be a messed up C-stand.
Oh. Yeah, it's not bad. It's done.
No, it is kind of, hold on.
Well, no,
Wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. Where's the,
That's the C-stand I used over the weekend.
this is one I am not at all familiar with. Hold on. It's like
Is
a
that
combination
it?
of the other.
For sure.
Yeah, let's forget this one.
All right, grab
I
it.
don't know what's going on with that. It looks like it's missing a piece. Okay, somebody come over here and put this. Emma's right here. Right here. So what we want to do is bring this part out. We want the weight to tighten the bolt, right? Which is good because right now, is if I push down on this, it tightens this. Okay?
So you would put it right here like this? Or?
Yeah, the smaller two openings.
Yeah. It's not going in.
There we go. All right. So we're going to bring this over here. What I want to do okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm softening the light on Alex's face while leaving some bright light, like maybe there's some sunlight cutting across his chest, okay? Now what this does, of course, what this has done is it has lowered the light coming from our key, right? It's dimmed it. A lot. From what were we at, a 5? No, we were at 8 to a 3.6. So we have really brought this down, okay? So we're going to go to about there, which means all of our other lights are now too hot. So, no, you guys can't reach this as well. So. Let's go ahead and bring that down. In fact, let's do this. We're at 3.6. All right, bring it on down. That's 2 point. Let's leave it right there for a second. That's 2.5.
You mean just for camera?
No, because we're set for the key. Let's bring that up just a little bit. See if we can get it to 2.8, right there. Okay. We also have this light coming right into our lens because we can't get it up as high as I want to get it.
Well, you have to bring this one.
Way down. We still want that bit of a halo. Right. So now we're working off a 3.6. That's a 4, so that's about a half a stop over. Now, the one thing that's happening, you know, is, actually it's not that at all. In softening this light, we have spread that light out, and now it's all over our back wall. Okay? One of the things we can try to do, let's move the right thing. All right, is to cut it off the back wall a bit. Okay? So now we've done that. We're also, and I'm not going to do too much to correct it, we're also getting a bit, because the light is so low, we're getting a bit of a lens flare right there. So let's do this. Let's put that light on the C-stand. Let's get it where it needs to be. Let's not do it wrong. So let's kill the power on that. Somebody set up a C-stand, put that light on the C-stand, and then put the C-stand where that light is. So we're kind of getting there already. One of the things we'll be dealing with all through this is our background. No, it's a different, I swear.
I think that
Told you it's a different one, right? Yeah. Told you. Didn't know I did. Do we have the Aperture Amarans, and do we have batteries that might run one of them?
We don't have those, so I can.
Oh, they were on my list.
I can check with Tom.
Would you check with Tom, see if we can get an Aperture Amaran kit, and hopefully with charged batteries?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, you got this one to work. No, that's the one. Okay, maybe.
pretty sure it's the one we used.
So once again, we want this to feel like a nice, bright, sunlit room. We don't necessarily want it to be completely flat. We want there to be some areas that are dark and some areas that are brighter. We just don't want the difference to be as exaggerated. So right now, we've even got a little hot spot on the back wall, right behind Alex's left side, right? That's looking good. The soft light, the low contrast on his face. We've got this, looks like sunlight hitting him across his chest. I want it higher.
I don't think I got that.
Let's do this, let's take it down a little bit more. Got it? All right, that's good. Tighten up before we break. I did. Okay, tighten it. Okay, we're gonna walk this back a little bit.
We adjust it a little bit more.
Is it, let me see, hold on. Yeah, pan it a little bit this way. Okay, now we need to bring that light level up just a little bit. Ken, is there any way we can get to that? Here's a chair with no, here's a chair that looks like it's safe to stand on.
Oh, so this one.
No, I'll stand on a chair with wheels.
I'll throw it down.
There's one we can sit on.
Don't worry, I got my job.
So I want to bring that level up a little bit so we really have more of a sense. You still can't reach it, can you?
It's big, yeah.
Okay, about there. Let's see what that is.
How much you want to get up?
Let me see where we are. We're at a 4.5. That's actually pretty good.
I can go brighter.
No, I think we're good there. All right. I do want to see how far around can we get before we get into the shot. You guys watching my cable? You okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we can go that far. If we want a true backlight, we might want to try to get it up, on an arm. We're just not going to mess with that. So, Jake is still trying to get the hammer in. Okay. So here's what we got. Soft light, areas of brightness, overall, other than that room in the back, which we're going to deal with in a second. pretty much of a sense of brightness. Now that we've got that where we want it, let's crank it further up, Valentine. Let's just go higher with it.
Okay.
Okay? And before we do that, let's bring this down.
Got it, want to go up for a second?
No, I got it.
You got it? Okay. You want to help me?
I can.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you were asking for.
Oh, yeah, no, that's.
I had to do one thing first. I was raised in the South. I'm nothing but gallant. Okay, we got that bright light on his chest. We got that bright light hitting his hair. Right, the light on his hair is maybe a little bit more than we need, but I'm going to leave it now because it's too much of a pain to get to it. It's not bad, right? So this should be giving us, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, a sense of a sunny, comforting, inviting, horrible classroom with cinder blocks, right? It's one of the things I like about doing it in here is you're fighting against, and I'm going to bring it down just a little bit so that his hands are not quite as hot. Okay. All right. So the only thing I would do, and I think maybe I'm not going to wait, unless it comes really quick, is I would try to bring the level of light up in this back room. I still want it to be darker than the foreground. I like that the monitors are on. I like the color on the monitors. I think that's helping sell it. I'm trying to think, do I have something else I can use? Just back there. Not that it would be problem. Jake is here to the rescue. All right, so I don't need that on a light stand. I just need one of those set up with batteries. So somebody help Jake. Don't make Jake do all this if he's doing it. Oh, by the way, let's also look at this while we're getting that set up. If you look at me over here, right, that's a different look, right? If you look at me over here, right, that's a different look. Our subjects move. If you lean forward, it's a different lighting setup than when you lean back, right? So our subjects are going to move in and out of all sorts of different lighting scenarios. We're going to play with that. Hopefully we're going to have time to play with that a little bit more in just a minute or two. All right, whenever you've got that thing working, just no stand or anything, just bring it on in here.
Striking. Okay.
All right.
So just bring it over to it.
Okay. So now we're at a decent, I think, kind of brightness level out there. I do kind of want it to be a little bit hotter than that. So maybe about there. Now, none of the things I'm doing are like the greatest lighting setups ever. It takes a little longer than 10 minutes to do that. It takes, and maybe more talent than I've got. But this is this idea that we have of high key lighting. Does that make sense? Okay, now let's change this to low key. So the first thing we're going to do is kill the fill light. Okay? Because we want there to be more contrast on the face, right? So now we've got coming off of our key light, which is what we're exposing to, we're at a 2.5. Coming off of our fill light, we're at a 1.1. So even with that light off, we're still getting a lot of light bouncing off the walls over here. So there's still some brightness, but we're gonna leave that for now. Okay? In terms of the backlight, all right, we're gonna switch that up. First of all, we're gonna bring it down so we can play with it. And we are going to change it from a backlight. Did it just go out? Didn't just go out. Probably should have gone out. Okay. We're going to change it from a backlight to a rim light. Okay. A little hot there, so let's bring it down. Ooh, that's all the way down. All right. Now already, if we just look at the face, we've got this, what's referred to as chiaroscuro, right? It's Italian for dark and light, right? We've got light, dark, light. Okay? Our background, however, is still kind of bright. We've also still got this light going on down here. So one of the things I think I want to do, we don't have batteries for this light, do we, Jay? We don't think we have working batteries for this, do we? It only takes one, I think.
No, we do not.
Okay. Okay. First of all, since this it feels like it's too hot anyway, can we move that chair? Let's back it up a little bit. Since that's as low as we can dim it. Let's take it back a little bit. That'll bring it down a little bit. And let's pan it over. Okay. Since we're going for something that's much more sinister and darker, we're going to go with hard light instead of soft light, which means we're going to get rid of this. Now, that's obviously brought our light levels up an enormous amount. Our key light is now jumped to a 7.1. I don't want to be at a 7.1 because I want shallow depth of field, right? That always kind of plays along with something being a little moodier, right? So I'm going to decide on what my f-stop's going to be. I'm going to decide that I want to shoot at 2. Okay? 1.5 would be wide open. Sometimes lenses have some aberrations when you open the aperture fully wide. What that means now is I need to dim. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that first. I'm going to do something else. Let's put in some ND. Where is that ND button on this? I've forgotten. There it is. Okay. Let's put in 4 stops of ND. All right. That brings us down to a pretty reasonable exposure. Boy, it really is giving it some, oh, I don't like the way that looks. Something's wrong with this ND. Let's do it with light. NDs are not supposed to give you any kind of color aberration, but sometimes. Okay. That takes us down to 10% on this light. And that's a 2, which is where we want to be. Now, that kind of makes our backlight, our kicker here, awfully bright. I'm going to live with that for a few minutes, though. The next thing I want to do is I want to break this up. Okay? We can use this C-stand to do that. What I need somebody to do is get between the lectern and the podium or whatever and get my Venetian blind cookie there. No, the Venetian blind. It's between, you see the wooden lectern and where the computer is sitting? They're shoved between those.
Well, I never cookied, I like her.
I mean, we'll look at this for a second. I think this is weird. We'll look and see what this would do.
No, you can use these first.
Okay. I think it's good to see, right? Right? The closer I get, the more abstract that will be. But it's weird. It's weird to me. I'd rather have something that says something about the space. So I need this one. Okay. So what we can do with this. Wrong one. On the wrong side of the C-stand. Pull this out like this. You can just kind of put this in between the teeth. Bring it down a little bit. Now we got too much brightness in the background. So now we're looking at a totally different kind of feeling. Same shot, same space. Light's in basically the same positions. Right? I am kind of straddling an exposure here. There. Okay. Now, let's mix this up a bit. I'm not familiar with this light, so it's going to take me a minute to. Here comes Jake. I'm trying to find it. Oh, here's the orange. There we go. Yeah, I'm still. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So we can play around a little bit with the color. See, there's no green area. Okay. Still right over. Let me. No, that's not bad. That's not so bad. Okay. So we could play around with this, and this could be any number of things. We could just play around. It just make it look weird. That's the dim. Okay, cool. There we go. Right, we could make it blue. Make it something like that, and then I think what we can do is we can dial through some things like this. Interesting, it changes color when it does that. That's because it's using the colors that go with fireworks. So let's make it, let's just give it a little bit of life. I'm not liking. What is that? Is that a bad ball? Is that what that is? Yeah, it's a bad ball. Candlelight. Here comes my ride. right? The one thing I wish they had on these was something, one thing I wish they had on these is something to emulate like a neon sign kind of thing. But- So we can play around with that color. We could even let the colors change, which is what it's doing now. Right? But this is a completely different mood. And it gets even more different if we start adding some elements. Let's take this light down in here some more. All right, Jake, come over here for me. Yes. Lean right here with your arms crossed menacingly. All right. Diego. Sit in this chair. Well, can we move that, Nora? Just kind of slide it away. Go ahead, Diego. I'm gonna move it a little bit. Wait, wait, wait.
I know you know. No, I don't. I didn't.
Now, the other thing we can do would be kind of nice. Let's cool this whole image down a bit. So I'm going to tell the camera that it's looking at an more orange light. And it's going to compensate by turning things a bit bluer. I'm going to add slide just a little bit more in so we're a little more of a player there. Right about there. Now, one of the things we don't have is anything on Diego very much. So we want to bring this around a little bit so that we're hitting both of them. All right. So that's a different scenario, right, than the high keys. That's high key, and that's low key. Who wants to play? Sure. Who wants to mess with this? Who wants to mess with this? Who wants to change it into something else? Come on up. Start playing around. Change colors, change positions, change contrast. We could work on intensity or contrast or quality or direction or angle or color. Right? Who wants to do something with this? Valentine, go for it. What do you want to do?
Set the scene.
Oh boy.
What do we got here?
Is it a spy thriller interrogation? Is it a job interview? Is it
Funny enough, that's my car.
is someone getting interviewed or getting fired?
You're fired.
Are the police coming? That's actually kind of good in a nice way.
Well, yeah, constantly switch back and forth though, because it only switches to one color. But I think
Yeah, you can change anything you want.
Do the time, or stay the time. Repeat the crime.
Hopefully you notice we addressed every single one of those 6 points in setting this up, both of these up, right? What are you thinking about on that?
I'm sure, because I don't see what it looks like.
Right. Yeah, it's in one section. You gotta go in front of the center there, so. There you go. The only thing I usually do, and I just forgot to do, was get the Venetian blind so it was covering him as well. Right, so we can have it on the back wall and on him at the same time, and that gives you a whole different look. Wish I'd remember to do that. Might do it at the end here.
Don't forget, there's also the Amaranth up here too. So
Yep.
I have a place to work with. We got that going. And there's enough batteries to do the other two.
Not cool.
let's move you. You can't see what you're doing anymore, can you? Let me move you a little bit. Oops, wrong way. Move you a little bit out.
Yeah, if I manually switch it, it's
Now, one of the things you were doing that's kind of interesting.
Am I able to make this like jump back or jump back between red and blue instead of having to do it manually?
Yes. So hold on, let me show you.
Alright.
You need to get a jump from red to blue to red to blue, or stop doing that.
Jump to red to blue. I had to do it manually.
Is it doing it now?
That's it. Blue to red.
Oh, when you dim it? Oh no, that's the. Okay, hold on. I think that's an effect. Okay. Let me see. There's some red and blue. Let's have everything moving. The dark and stormy night.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Yeah. Am I able to close the door?
Yeah.
Close it.
There's also effects on 300 as well.
There are. I don't know what effects there are, but there are apparently.
But if you close the door, you got to deal with the door, right? You got to do something with it.
Hey Jake, when I stand in the creek, I'm gonna crack the door.
Bend down just a bit.
Through the window.
Now, one of the things, and let me see if I can. Do me a favor. Lean forward, like you're going to say something to him. Just lean forward in your chair. All right. Let me find the focus there.
Striking.
Okay. All right. So he's in that light now. Now just sit back. See how he moves through different light?
There we go.
That's not bad on the Cucaloris. It's abstract enough that it doesn't really read as some kind of. Actually, it's abstract support. It's not abstract. That's what it feels. It just feels natural.
It almost feels like it's like coming from a window.
Yeah.
But like that's what makes you question like the shadows a little bit, because you've got that weird little curve on his shoulder.
I'm gonna strike this for a second, guys. Watch out. Striking.
Yeah.
Sorry there, Nora. I just wanted to get a little bit on him. Well, then you finished? Who else wants to play?
Oh, Simon.
What time is
It is 12:12.
it? So we got time. Okay.
I'm going up.
What? Okay, I've got it. Oh, I've got a good one. I've got a really good one.
I said Autumn.
Let's turn the overheads on for a second and turn this off.
I said Autumn's about to mess
Huh?
around.
What?
Autumn was about to mess around.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go. I didn't realize. Play. Go ahead. What do you want to do? We got lots of time. We're made of time.
We're chilling.
Costco doesn't sell baby oil in bulk.
I thought it was over. Did it get faster?
Anytime you want to turn around and see, you're happy to do that. Yeah, I don't want you to. You just spin around and. So basically, this is a dirty single, right? We're just getting a little element of you and your earring in the foreground.
Hey Diego,
Mm-hmm.
Costco doesn't sell baby oil in bulk, man.
What?
You get the joke, Simon.
You said Costco and I'm like,
I miss when I was younger and you could walk up to the bakery and get a free cookie.
What pasta guys? Of course we're gonna get the chicken bake.
You gotta get the hot dogs, $1.50, man.
Hot dogs are okay.
You ever just like went to Costco and just like got lunch from Sam's?
No, but I have walked into Costco to like the food court without a membership and just like pretended like I was supposed to be there to get food.
Pizza slash. It was 100%.
It was weird.
You done playing? Wanna play some more? Go do it.
It's playtime.
Oh, that was funny.
You sure? All right. Here's what I need to do, guys. Can
This
you guys
is
help me?
euphoria.
I gotta get something from back there out to here. So let's turn this light off. Let's get the overheads on for just a second. Be there, Alex?
Oh, BG.
All right, cool. I swear I'll just straighten that cable out. Okay, can I get past this? Oh, you guys are gonna love this.
A puppy. It's not a puppy.
Can you help me from that? Actually, it's going pretty smoothly now. Help me make sure I'm not going to hit anything or anyone.
Can you
Okay.
see its hair salons? Just come down over your head.
What is in here
A beehive?
is called a China
That was a
bowl.
really good guess.
Although that may be a little bit racist too. And there's something else we call it now, but I can't remember. It's just this. It's just a paper lantern. Right? Okay? These are very inexpensive. Make a light really nice and soft. What's inside this paper light are two compact fluorescent bulbs that are about this big. They're enormous. You could probably make it smaller now. We've got this sort of shielding wrapped around so that the light goes straight down. It's soft, but it doesn't hit the walls. Anybody know what this is called?
Spotlight.
No. Godfather lighting. Remember Marlon Brando in The Godfather, all those shadows, right, on his face? That was created by soft boxes hanging from the ceiling with black fabric blocking the light from hitting the walls. And when you do that, so let's see, how far will that green extension cord go? Probably not far enough. Let's get this out over the...
It's a transportable rain cloud.
That's as far as it'll go? Yep. Okay, let's bring it out. Bring the whole cable out. Let's try, those don't work. We don't want to do.
Give me 3 minutes.
That I think is further away.
No, right next to Alex.
Did they work?
Yeah.
Sure. I didn't think they did, but let's give it a try. This is liable just to come on, so striking.
If it works,
There we go.
if it works, I get it.
All right, now let's put this back here.
Whoa. What did that happen?
Whoa! Okay. Now, I'll take it up a little bit so it's not.
Do you want me to remove the cookie sheet off the 300 here?
I'm sorry, what, Jake?
You want me to get the cookie sheet off the 300 here?
Yeah. We're gonna kill the 300 here in a second anyway. You okay?
This thing's shaking like a beehive. It scared me.
Yeah, flashback to your beehive falling down.
Happens to all of us.
That happens to the best.
No, hornet's nest is where it's at.
6 out of 10.
Okay, let's kill the 300.
Saving.
Like anything else that's on other than this, let's kill the overheads. somebody should just stand here with a hand on this. Anybody who wants, just as a safety measure.
Very much.
Okay, now these are pretty warm orange lights. We're getting a 7.1 off that. Holy smoke. Okay. So let's.
You still want me in the foreground?
It's kind of nice.
Okay.
He knows what you did.
That would be about there. Okay. Now the Godfather lighting was pretty warm, so right now, how did we get to that? Okay. So we're going to set this to sunlight, which is going to read that light as very, very, very orange. Okay.
Can't do it.
Now, well, we can play around with it.
Mario.
I don't know, I just like that dark area back there. Right? Now, the thing of it is, this is another situation where if you lean forward, and then you lean back, you come into entirely different lighting. This lighting changes pretty drastically. The further back I move it,
Dude, I look like I'm old. Oh. Look at that.
How old are you?
I'm only 22.
and the
Well,
farther
here's a little
forward we move it,
Oh, you look younger.
It's all about lighting, man. Don't worry. You look youthful.
we keep going forward, it's going to start to fall off of his face. And end up mostly just on his chest.
Reminds me of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, well, that sounds good. Right? Now the key to this is the fact that we're not getting any of this light on the back, right? That we have this kind of, I don't know what, pillow of light that we're kind of creating right here. We can put it into a more neutral color space. Which would be about there. Right? We can bring it down a little bit to make it feel a little more sinister. We can bring it up a little bit to make the space look a little brighter. Right? And the key to this is that we're not filling in the shadows. So
No, I could use this for my shoot. Yeah, I was in this as well.
we can fill those in a little. I want to keep it out of the shot, but we can fill those in just a little bit. Right? It's not doing much. Okay? It kind of defeats the purpose of doing this anyway. Right? Okay. Now, this is a DIY, right? Other than the C-stand, this is all stuff I bought at, Home Depot or Harbor Freight or whatever. Right? This whole thing probably cost $15, if that.
Cool.
Got a hula hoop up there. We got things hanging off of, right? That was a dollar store.
Oh
Fine.
shoot, I do see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the clothespins.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to use this?
Yeah.
$3.40
Yeah. You just let me know. It lives in here now. So.
Okay.
And I've got extra China balls. If anybody wants to just borrow them and use them, at this point you could put probably just regular LED bulbs that you would buy, at the hardware store into this instead of these giant LED. I mean, I'll crank it down here before we leave. You guys can peek down in there and see how big these bulbs are. They're pretty extensive, pretty big. What time is it, Jake?
It is 12:23. We have about 20 minutes, I think.
Okay.
We get out at 12:45, I think.
All right. Does anybody want to do anything? Just play with any of these lights.
If no one will do it, I'd like to do it.
Jake, go. What do you want to do?
I know we have the Godfather light in here. Can we save that?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Can we get the overheads on for a second? Just so we don't go into complete darkness here?
Yeah.
What's the
All
phone?
right. Striking backlight. And, this one.
dropping right over your head. That'd be-
Defense.
Like that.
So I'll go ahead and take the extension right here.
Right here, out of everybody's way. There we go.
Striking.
And we can move people around too, Jake. We can put them in different positions. All right, let's kill the overheads again.
Take my lines, I'm ready.
You can turn that into a key light. You can
Well, here's what I'm
turn it into a top light. You can.
I put the sun behind you.
Here's what I'm thinking. Hold on.
The power of the sun.
Striking. Let's
That's the moon.
get that.
Fucking moon on the side.
Lights on this. Okay, so
Madden moon. Could we do
is it going to?
about Madden?
There's TV. 1 second. Okay. Sorry guys. Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Matt had to tell you I'm epileptic. Sorry. Hold on. There's whole.
Should have said so earlier.
Oh,
I'm joking.
oh, my eyes.
And of course, where we've got the color temperature set right now, that one's going to be very, very blue. So if you want to change that, let me know.
I'm waiting for this light.
It's just a nice glow for you.
took that whole other one to start.
No.
I've always had trouble with the lightning on that too. Like it goes off once and then it doesn't go again. And I'm not sure what the setting is. That's
Integer here is like.
I don't
Much is that close, right?
yeah. It's actually interval.
So like it would be.
No, that's silly.
What's really my plans
It's
here?
pretty
What
goofy,
am I doing?
yeah.
It's pretty silly goose.
You ran away from me.
Oh, okay.
What a silly goose.
It's a silly little guys alike.
Because like it just has not
And now we're in the boiler room,
Yeah.
discussing our plans.
We're here to break out of the freedom.
Trying to get this changes like.
Here's the plan. We go
Oh.
to Master's office. Snag the keys, kill the guards.
The Dairy Queen.
Get out the Dairy Queen alive and go to McDonald's.
We all know that Wendy's is better.
Go to the sweet treat before going home.
Go to the sweet
Yeah.
fry.
I've never been able to get the lightning to work on this right.
I got it working on that. I don't know. I haven't been able to recreate it. That's fine. Maybe the 120 does it. Crossing. Let's try that.
Freedom.
I want to keep messing with this while you're just like,
The
this is
small
frustrating me.
arch of the Dairy Queen, don't her husband, the Burger King.
Never thought of it that way. 5 Whoppers and 5 more Whoppers.
Bippity boppity doo. What can I get done for you? Click clackety done. This is what the fuck I want.
Let's do this. Alright. Striking fill light.
Whoa. That's cool.
It seems awfully regular to be. Wow, oh,
Yeah, that's some regular lightning. That would be some.
I saw a movie from the 70s like this, where they were torturing somebody.
I think
So your
top left for approval. I didn't realize we were setting up a torture scene.
Top left for approval,
I'm Jigsaw and you're
If you're watching Disney
you're
Channel,
getting tortured.
I feel like Bert from Soap. Saving.
Yeah, it's weird. The lightning just goes off boom, 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 boom. You know, it's like you want it to be irregular.
Yeah. I think, I don't know what the deal with that is.
Is it dead? Paparazzi.
So
That's kind of.
Everything is so regular.
See, now it's like we're in a classroom.
striking fill light.
Let me turn the intensity down.
It's too cold.
Is that firelight or candlelight?
Yeah, candlelight on that one over there.
Fire. We're ordering some Jack Frost. True story. True story. I was in line in Texas. Getting some dinner. The boss texted me, "Hey, this isn't gonna work out." I started the day before. It's pretty.
That's kinda cool.
Can you believe this shit?
Fill light.
I was so disgruntled by this.
What did you do on the first day?
I just told him, "Hey, man, I need this X day off." He's like, "This is gonna work." I was like, "Okay."
You're being too needy right now.
Yeah.
So what have you got that one set on right now? Is it just filling or is it?
It's just filling, so it's 25% right now.
And is that one doing something or is it just?
I'm trying to keep that as like backlight or like a candle light essentially.
I was curious what it would look like if all three of them were just going off.
Just all at the same time.
Well, they wouldn't be at the same time, so different settings, different frequencies.
Okay, let's see.
Can you replicate the lighting of the tunnel in Willy Wonka, where it's like really crazy?
Oh, dude, I haven't seen that in forever. I can't remember what it looks like.
The one with Johnny's dead.
The whole new world.
It's not Willy Wonka.
It's not even
Probably enough. Common misconception.
You just have a whole bunch of different lights going on. I'm about to switch effects, so close your eyes. Not very much. Cool fireworks.
Holy smoke.
Yeah. Going on a lot of fireworks going on. Boom, 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 boom.
It is kind of fun.
Just like Euphoria.
Get
blinding.
grab some kind of any kind of gel out of my bag over there. Something colorful out of that bag. Anything with color.
The red one?
Yeah, you're right. You're right in front of it, right? And that there's a grocery bag in there full of pieces of colored. See if there's a green or a red or something really. Put that in front of your light over here, Jake. The green.
I was boarding a Boeing 737. Headed straight through Pennsylvania.
That's what I thought.
But my baby.
Okay, Jake. You got anything else you want to do with this?
I don't know. I was just kind of wanted to mess around with the effects and see what they had, so I'm happy
Let
with
me
it.
tell you
All right.
about the powerhouse.
It's probably a good time to break and start. Or yeah, was that a deeper green?
The mitochondria.
This lighting is
Yeah, deep
crazy.
green and red.
Try that deeper green on that one real quick.
You kicked the board.
You want to take the red one?
Yeah.
So, that one you can-
Oh.
and then the deeper green is going to work. Fix this real quick. Boom.
The nucleus is the brain of the cell.
This is
Kinda
just
fun.
This is just like Stranger Things.
I can't. I don't know what's motivating it, but it's.
There's something
I know
behind
it's.
me,
It's those mushrooms.
This is his trip right now.
Okay.
That's cool.
Ready for your
All
job
right.
interview?
Let's turn on the overheads. Let's save all the lights.
Saving.
Let's start packing everything up.